Because like when we think about the so-called black community, the reason why we say so-called is because the identification of human beings by way of color was invented in the 16th century. It's fairly new and fairly fake. Everybody just considered each other human beings because that's how the Creator created us, that way. But they say we don't, as the so-called black community, have unity. So what better way than to have this, a black man's hero, be that vehicle for unity? Because we are in Columbus, Ohio, the capital. So if we pop it off here, every other place in Ohio has to feel it. The mayor has to feel it. Because I got the loudest mouth. And I'm going with or without him. So he has to feel it. He can't not feel the love. It's impossible. I'm not willing to live or die for you. I'm willing to be for you. And that leads us to this. So we have the sign-in sheet for all the people that's watching. When they come in, the form of payment is signing up, because that's letting us know, yeah, we here. It's kind of like the Million Man March. We're gonna make sure we document everybody that comes in, so we know, like, yeah, this everybody here, we're here for the common goal. And yeah, so how we're gonna conduct this is, I'm gonna introduce myself. I would love if anyone has anything to add throughout this. Don't look at me as your leader. I am not your leader. I'm just your example. So please feel free to raise your hand, interject, all of that. It makes it more interesting and spicy for me, because this presentation is going to be the same presentation, but what you're going to find is somehow, some way, God the source is going to flow through me to have each story, telling aspect of the presentation be different, no matter if it's the same slideshow. So please, if you like the church said, you feel the Holy Ghost, just let it out. I ain't holding you back. Just let it out, and we're going to go off that, because when you study history, you study ancient Greece, you study Egypt, you study all of these places, they had meeting grounds for the people. And we will all come together and we will all talk. So that's what I would love for this to be, because this is a vehicle. Black Man's Hero. This has an intention for the event itself. A Black Man's Hero is the vehicle for our community. And within this vehicle, we're going to have this group discussion. Within this vehicle, we're going to have the herbs. We're going to have the so-called black-owned businesses coming up here for part 2, because it's going to be a reoccurring thing. So there's going to be a Black Man's Hero part 3,722. We're going to keep going. Because just like McDonald's, how doors always open, we got to make sure we always open too. You know, we don't have unity without consistency. We don't. You know, when I started to study history, and not just black history, I'm talking about